Well, hello everyone, my name is Zachary O'Shea, and this is Box of Teeth. It's also Friday, so that means I get to share with you a little bit more about Red Rock's Shadow, a Soulsbourne-inspired horror role-playing game that I'm working on. Red Rock Shadow is an action horror role-playing game about war, desertion, and redemption. It's loosely based on the Great War, or World War I as it's more commonly known, and a pastiche of Europe from that area, but it is its own distinct world. It's a game spliced with themes and moods that come from Software's Dark Souls and Bloodborne games. The game is meant to be fast-paced, cinematic, and with just enough horror and mystery to leave a long impression. Players take the role of deserters, soldiers that have realized that there is something very wrong about the war and that there's something downright supernatural behind it. They have a unique connection to the strange substance that's fueling the war, known as Kruer. This connection allows them to mow down foes ranging from common soldiers to mutated animals, demons, and even worse beyond that. Deserters seek a way out of the eternal trenches or destroy them altogether. Together, they form a squad whose camaraderie will see them through even the most difficult of battles. And today I want to talk a little bit more about the magical aspects of Red Rock Shadow. The common man has been persuaded to believe that magic never actually existed. The arcane arts were merely a construct of fairy tales and folklore. Now the layman places all their faith in rationality and science, save the occasional prayer to a silent almighty. The blame for this can be firmly pinned on elite bloodlines. Magic to them was just another facet of power, the same as influence, land, and wealth. Over generations, the aristocracy first purged magic from the lesser classes and then spun that they were always just fanciful myths from a more ignorant age. All the while, these blue bloods continued profane rituals behind the scenes and propagated secret societies. If one of these cabals grew too strong or too independent, however, the elites had them discredited and eliminated. This remains the status quo in the war as well. In this case, Command and their retainers represent the aristocracy, while the doctors of the Butcher's Block, they make up one of the only secret societies that is sanctioned. There are a few rogue sorcerers and cults among the millions caught up in the conflict, but Command hunts them as zealously as they hunt deserters. At least it used to. In recent time, Command's iron grip on dark magic has loosened, and it's possibly because they are spiraling into insanity along with everyone else in the war and can't give as much attention as they used to keeping a grip on that power. Or it could be like everything else within the conflict, the proliferation of it is just spiraling out of control. I hope you enjoyed this little glance into the world of Red Rock Shadow. It's coming along pretty well on the back end of things. You can find an ash can of it over on ttrpg or itch as well. It does use the Lumen system, but I've moved on since then to a system that I'm working on with friends and the like that we play every week. And we're having a lot of fun refining it, so sooner rather than later it's going to be ready for all of you to take a look at. I am getting pretty excited about that. You can also find Red Rock Shadow and the rest of the non-Dungeons & Dragons horror-related projects that I have for role-playing games on www.zacharyoshea, as well as Grease Paint and other horror fiction that I write. Book 2 for this is coming out also pretty soon, so it's exciting 2024 for me. If you're more interested in the Dungeons & Dragons content that I have that is also horror-related and perfectly free, you can go to boxofteeth.blogspot.com. As always, I really appreciate your time and your attention, and have a great weekend.